Start with just first thoughts of how that went.
Really proud of our girls. It was a sloppy game.
Yeah.
We did not shoot the ball well. They've got an excellent team where they can attack you in so many different ways. But I felt like our team kept finding ways to win, finding ways to make winning plays, finding ways to get the advantages on the offensive end, and then defensively just to make them work. And so real proud of the tenacity and the resilience of our team, and these two young ladies right next to me did a nice job. We were having a little bit difficult time scoring and started going inside with Joe, and Joe did a really nice job sealing. Jade, I don't know if she kept taking the ball to the hoop and getting down the lane, and I thought she could have even gotten a couple more calls, but she did a really great job with that. So real proud of the whole team effort, though, because on the defensive end, it took a lot of people to make sure that they understood what the assignment was and how do we have to make them work.
Really felt, especially the start of the game and then start of the second half, defense really set the tone for this, especially being in a rock fight. The offense isn't clicking. At least you could rely on that with all the scores they have.
Yes.
Jones obviously got hers at the end, throughout the game,
Yeah.
but you really limited a lot of their other scores. What was kind of the conversation coming into this game to, limit a lot of those other players?
Definitely. I mean, we talked about it. The game previous to us, they scored 100 points with only 2 threes. And it was like, whoa. So we talked about the idea that we've got to get them to have long possessions. We got to make sure that they're using the ball, not getting downhill on us. And I thought, again, Jay did a great job on one of their top scorers, Robinson. We did, Jones got hers, okay? Oglesby, we made it hard for her. She is a tremendous player, but I thought they did a really nice job. And then the other part of it, we cleaned up on the glass. Last time they out-rebounded us, and we out-rebounded them by 11. And that was the difference, that it was one and done. It wasn't multiple shots.
It certainly felt like a playoff game, tournament game. This seems like a group that's not real hard to motivate, coming out with a lot of fight. The seedings are getting close to being set. Some things can still happen, but it just seemed like there was no complacency with this group. Is that just, for you two in particular, was that kind of the vibe coming in?
Yeah, it was like our final stretch. Like, this is our last time playing in Shenneker. Like, that's what we came into this game, and we're playing for something bigger for cancer, and that's just how she started her speech out, and that really hit me personally. We're playing for something bigger than ourselves. Like, this is just a game, and I don't know, I think that set the tone for the game. We just played so collectively, and it was so great. It was so fun to be out there.
Yeah, I would agree. For us, it doesn't matter what seed a team is. Like, we're going to go hard and attack them. And so, like, ORU is ranked number 2 in the conference, but we feel like we can play with any team here and compete very well with any team in our conference. And so that just shows that, like, any seed is up in the air. Like, they're not set in stone. They may be the 2 seed by, like, wins and losses, but they are still very beatable. So.
What did you two see, particularly in the second half? This was obviously a rock fight throughout, but then the two of you really found a rhythm. Joe with the post feeds, Jade, you taking your defenders off the dribble. What was it that was different in the second half that really got you both going there?
No, our D stops were so good. They kept them every single guard kept them high, and that was our game plan going in, keeping them high. Don't let them. Oglesby, she's a great finisher, and once she gets low, she's gonna make it. And I think that just pushed me to run an offense and be ready, and that fueled my fire, I'd say. But
just knowing that we weren't shooting well, I feel like we were really trying to get into the post. Joe, who finishes very well, and just trying to draw fouls. So that's why I was attacking, and why a lot of us in the second half were attacking more, because our shots weren't falling. And then once we see some of our layups and we're starting to go to the foul line, I think that's what got us going, because it's like, okay, we see a couple going in, and so then it's like, okay, now we can go because we're back in our flow and our mojo. So.
We talked at halftime. We had 16 possessions with 0 paint touches. We scored 0 points off those 16 possessions. We had 18 points with 1 paint touch at least. We were scoring 1.68. So we talked about that at halftime. Joe had only gotten 4 shots. We said that's not enough shots for her. And so I think they kind of took it to heart that we got to at least get a paint touch, and then we can play off of that. But when we get the ball getting into the paint, get the defense in rotation, the good things happen.
This is kind of a double sweet victory for the two of you seniors. Your final home game, final game here at Shanneker, getting a win over a really good team. Just what's the emotion, the feeling like to really cap this run, your 4-year run, the story of D3 to D1, and what you're leaving behind as a legacy?
Yeah, it's
You wanna go?
Yeah, no, I'll go.
All right.
It's just like a good ending, I'd say. Just to like, we've been playing here for so long, and it's gonna be bitter. It's just bittersweet, I'd say. Just it's capping off our season. Like we still have a bigger opponent that this is fueling us into that position. We're gonna be going out and playing so hard against them. I'm just excited. I don't know. It makes me excited, but.
I'm just very proud of this group. I feel like in past years, if we've had rough patches during the game, and it would just be like a snowball effect. And I think this year we've really pushed, especially our senior group, have really pushed to like outwork those things, outwork those obstacles we have throughout the game, and like the shooting, like how we weren't shooting that well. I mean, I feel like we've really worked hard to like persevere through that, and I'm just proud because it shows that like if you keep pushing, keep working hard, then like things will turn out for the better, and that's what's been happening this game and the last game as well against South Dakota, where we were down by 10, and even when we got down in this game, we're like, okay, keep pushing. Possession by possession, like we're gonna come back, get some stops. Let's try to go score, stop, score, and just segmenting it. And I think we've just done a really good job of like pushing through hard times. So I'm just proud.
Not to get you too emotional here, Coach, but what do these two seniors mean to you in this whole journey? Not just seniors, but the whole journey with the transition.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have picked a better group to be on the journey with. You know, when you're going, and we talked about this on senior night, when you go from D3 to D1, it's uncharted territory. It's the path less traveled. But with it comes a lot of firsts. And these young ladies in today's society, you take the easy route. Instant gratification. This wasn't what this was. You know, we didn't go to the transfer portal and grab all of these people and have them come in. We did it organically through seniors that graduated and became freshmen. And both of these young ladies, you know, Jade started every game her freshman year. Joe started at the end of the year. And they went through a lot. But through it all, it's always been about how do we leave the place better? How do we leave the program better? How do we keep the vision? And how do we continue to fight for each other and enjoy this experience? So I am so proud to have these young ladies. They're just remarkable young women, but they're just wonderful role models. You saw after the game, we had St. Louis Park out here. I don't know how many times we have young girls, and these guys take the time to make them feel seen and feel heard, and they do such a wonderful job. So I'm really proud of our senior class.
Now we finished the season in South Dakota. You go to Brookings and then the tournament. What's kind of the attitude with this momentum you got going in, and you know just keeping it rolling as we gear towards the finish?
I'm pumped. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get them. You know,
Yeah.
it's our time. Like just to cap off our season with that would be so cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep ground.
Yeah, I know. We're
one
excited.
possession
Yeah.
at a time.
Of course.
Yeah, I think we're excited. We're just going to have the same mentality that we've had all season. Just be the aggressors and go at every team we play, no matter like what seed they are, who they have on the floor. Like we're representing St. Thomas, and it's bigger than just like this one game and this team. So we're just really excited, and we're going to have the same mentality that we've had all season. So
Yeah, we can't ride the highs or the lows.
Yeah.
We just got to continue to stay the course and
Yeah.
be about the process.
yeah.